What's up, ballers? Today we are taking a look at NBA Live Mobile versus NBA 2K MyTeam Mobile. As you guys probably know if you've been following along at all, I've been wanting this game for a long time, primarily because when 2K didn't really have a version of this game, yes, they had 2K Mobile, but it wasn't really the same thing. We wanted something that was kind of the equivalent of MyTeam on console, and that's really what we've gotten in this. And so because of that, now we've actually got some competition to go up against NBA Live Mobile, which means either EA has to make their game better or NBA Live Mobile is just going to completely die. It's already relatively dead as it is, but I want to give you guys my best attempt at a fair NBA Live Mobile versus NBA 2K Mobile. And I know this is going to be tough for me because I've got a lot of reasons to not like NBA Live Mobile, but I'm going to do my best to keep it as unbiased as possible. So we're going to be taking a look at a few different things, mainly the gameplay, the graphics, how you get cards, like how the whole card system works, the pricing, and the card art. So those are kind of like the main aspects that you can compare fairly. Obviously, we can't compare everything in the game because NBA 2K Mobile is only in soft launch, and NBA Live Mobile has been out for around 2 years now. So obviously, NBA Live Mobile is going to have more content, more different game modes, and stuff like that. But we're going to try to do our best to look at the things that you can compare and do it fairly. So we're going to go ahead and hop in, first of all, getting started with the gameplay. So obviously, the gameplay is a little bit different. You actually have drills in here that are not like the drills in NBA Live Mobile. So in NBA Live Mobile, it's basically like shoot the basketball this many times or dribble the ball up the court, whatever it is. There are drills in here like this. So this situation is similar to Los Angeles Lakers versus Houston Rockets. And it looks like these are actually new. These are actually related to what's going on. Oh, no, that's Lakers Rockets, not Warriors Rockets. Okay, I almost got confused. So they do have, like, actual drills in here. Like this one, I'll just go ahead and play it through for you guys real quick. It won't take long, but for this drill, you actually are doing a drill. Like, it's not just like you're doing a little mini segmented gameplay or whatever it is. And obviously in NBA Live Mobile, you just gotta like get the circles or whatever. But I think this is a cool little addition. It kind of reminds me of My Player, and so basically it's not very simple, and it doesn't relate that specifically to basketball itself, but these are drills that NBA players do, so I think it's kind of a cool thing that they've added on. Obviously, this is not super entertaining, but it's a nice little change up from just doing gameplay on every single drill. So basically, we're just tapping on the buttons every single time, and if we get a good enough score, then we'll go ahead and get that A rating, and we get to go ahead and get the cards, which will also lead us into the card system, which is very, very different from what it is in NBA Live Mobile. So we'll go ahead and finish that up there. Score of 16, that should be an A. So since we got an A, we do get 3 draft picks, which are essentially the currency. Well, they're kind of the currency of the game. So basically, every time you complete a live event, you get draft picks, and essentially they are randomized items, whether they would be players or collectibles, which you can use to get players later on in the game. So we got all players right there. I don't think anyone that I really needed in particular. So if we go on over to my team, taking a look, I don't think we picked up anybody. Yeah, we'll take a look at my cards and see if there's anybody that we can. No, we don't need a better power forward because we've already got Marvin Williams in there. So you get cards a little bit differently. Most of the time in NBA Live Mobile, there are some times when you get cards, but most of the time you just get like coins or collectibles or whatever for playing live events. So in this one, you primarily do get cards, but you've also got different things. So you got something called crafting, where essentially you can get collectibles, throw them in, and get these really good cards. It's going to take a really long time to get any of these fan favorites players. Even to get Alonzo is going to be pretty tough, but I think for these guys that are a little bit further down below, like Tony Parker, all right, I don't even have collectibles for him. Who do I have collectibles for? I guess I'm going to have to get more familiar with the game for me to actually be able to get any of these. But taking a look at the catalog, you got different players. Obviously, and you can put equipment on these, so there's still stuff I'm learning about the game. For the most part, I would say, at least graphically and realistically, we'll go ahead and take a look at League gameplay. That League has ended. Okay, so apparently I can't even play League. Oh, you guys picked a terrible time to do that right when I'm trying to record a video. Guess we'll just go to season gameplay. So it lines you up and gets you started just like it would in NBA Live Mobile, but the gameplay looks very, 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 very different. So hopping into this gameplay, it's going to look like it would on a console. I would say this gameplay probably is more realistic than NBA Live 18, which is EA's console version of the game. So we'll go ahead and hop into some gameplay, and then after this, we will be hopping on NBA Live Mobile to compare as well. So it's not just going to be me taking a look right here. We're going to see if we get a steal with Bogdanovic. Whoop! Oh, backcourt. Oh, my gosh. All right, we're going to press him a little bit more. Oop, screen, and we're around. Nice and easy. The defensive system, really, the majority of things are relatively similar. The one thing I will say that NBA Live Mobile is definitely better for is that they've actually got a button for dribble moves. Really, all you can do for dribble moves in here is move the joystick back and forth. You do have a similar shot meter as well, similar rebounding system. And I guess no foul calls in this one either, because I'm pretty sure that that should have been a foul. In NBA Live Mobile, yes, they have foul calls, but no, they don't ever really call them. So running up, obviously, the gameplay, if you've played NBA Live Mobile, like, it's pretty obvious. The gameplay is a lot more realistic for this one. Terrible shot right there, but just kind of wanted to give you guys a feel. If we can get closer to the rim, you can actually see, like, that looked more like a realistic layup than you're really ever going to get in NBA Live Mobile. So we're going to, oh, and he actually does the pull-up off of 1 foot, I think. So for the most part in NBA Live Mobile, most of your jump shots are all going to look exactly the same. Unless you're fading away, even in that scenario, all the fadeaway jump shots are going to look exactly the same as well. I'm not sure if there's a way that you can actually do a pick and roll this game. Obviously, we got a pick and roll done on us right there. Whoa, I did not mean to shoot that. And we made it anyways. So that's something they've gotten common in NBA Live Mobile. Most of the time when I don't mean to shoot it, I still end up making it anyways. Obviously, we are at a lower level of difficulty right here, and we've got like an actual steal animation right there. Not kind of the same little jab over and over again like you do in NBA Live Mobile. Pretty much the only time you're ever going to get a foul call in NBA Live Mobile is when you're double teaming somebody and trying to steal the ball at the same time. In that situation, you're pretty much always going to get a foul call. In this situation, if you press the steal button too much, especially with somebody that doesn't have a good steal rating, you are going to get a foul. So, like I'm saying, this is more realistic. NBA Live Mobile is more arcadey for sure. When we're taking a look at NBA Live Mobile, we'll obviously take a look at the advantages that has as well. We're going to try to get the ball up to Kyle Korver, and we're going to pull up a mid-range right there. Terrible timing, but we still ended up making it. So we're going to hop on over to NBA Live Mobile and take a look at the graphics, see how they compare, see how the gameplay compares after we get our draft picks. Now, so far, I haven't gotten any draft picks that were really amazing. Nothing, there's rarely even anything I can ever use. You can, just like in NBA Live Mobile, use your players to level up your other players. So that goes more into the card system as well. But if you take a look at your team, if we go on over to Marvin Williams, all right, so he's actually at max level given the equipment that he's got added. But I can, equip. Can I equip both of those at the same time? Oh, I didn't realize. Oh. So you actually have a full equipment system, which I hadn't even taken advantage of as of right now. Upgrade a max level card when all equipment slots are full. But I gotta upgrade cards to add additional equipment slots. But I've got to, hold up. Oh, I've got to train him. I don't need to upgrade him. So that's where it goes into using the players. I'm not going to use him right now because I don't really want to upgrade him. But that's where it does come in. Don't have any collectibles, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's where it goes into upgrading your players and everything else. We're going to hop on over to NBA Live Mobile and take a look at some of these aspects over there. In NBA Live Mobile, you got live events, which are obviously similar to the drills in 2K Mobile, and obviously 2K Mobile is still in development. So for NBA Live Mobile fully developed, you've got everything laid out. I'll go ahead and do one just to, you know what, to make it like as relatively similar as possible. Actually, it looks like drills have been removed from NBA Live Mobile. So we'll go ahead and run a road to the riches, I guess. So you do also want to take into account the energy system. I think in NBA Live Mobile, you can grind for longer than you'd be able to in 2K Mobile because you just don't have as much energy to work with. Now, I am also playing with a lot better players in NBA Live Mobile than I would be in 2K Mobile because I played this game a lot longer, invested a lot more. For the most part, there's like not a ton of variety in the gameplay style for NBA Live Mobile. If you got a big man, you're gonna spam run at the basket. If you've got a little man, you're either going to try to break somebody's ankles or you're going to try to knock down a three-pointer. That's exactly what I did basically the entire time I played NBA Live Mobile. So there's not a whole lot of variation based off players' different gameplay style. Anybody can run at the basket and dunk the ball. Which is part of the reason why I like 2K Mobile better, is it actually plays for different players based off how they would play in real life. So that was obviously a drill. The currency system is also a lot different as well. NBA Live Mobile being a lot more currency based than 2K Mobile is. Obviously that one is more based off collectibles and building the players that you need. We will hop into a quarter of season gameplay just to get a full look at the differences in gameplay and graphics. And like I said, it's going to be obvious to you guys, but 2K Mobile is a lot more realistic both in the graphics and in the gameplay style. So right here, you've got like one thing that comes to mind is the special abilities. You've got buzzer beater abilities and different things like that. So NBA Live Mobile going for more of the arcadey style. Also, like I said before, the ability to pretty much just spam the steal button and hope that you get a steal, getting the board right there. It's very, very, with whatever player that you're playing with in NBA Live Mobile, all the gameplay is pretty much the same with the exception of whether or not you can actually shoot with a player. Everybody is pretty much trying to go to the basket and get a dunk. Everybody's trying to get steals. Like, yes, it's fun, but at the same time, there's no variety. In NBA Live Mobile, you're doing the same thing over and over again. That was part of the reason why I wanted 2K to make a mobile version of their game, because I knew that it would be more gameplay based. That's the way 2K has been, especially on their console. They've been more focused on gameplay, and I think that definitely shows in NBA Live Mobile versus 2K Mobile. You've also got the same animations over and over again. Now, part of this is due to the fact that NBA Live Mobile is just a smaller game. Like referring to the file size, that was a terrible shot, still went in. I almost never make those like 27%. That being said, I haven't really played the game in the past 3 months, so there's probably been some gameplay changes that I haven't really looked at. Rudy Gobert going in, getting the board right there, and still playing pretty much the same with all of our players going in, Iverson making a layup. So essentially the same thing over and over again, and part of it does depend on what you prefer. If you'd rather have something simple, especially if you're not like, if you don't consider yourself a huge basketball fan, if you're just looking for some fun gameplay, I would go with NBA Live Mobile because it's pretty easy to master, I would say. Obviously, there is a certain degree to which you've got to know how the game works, know how all the different animations work, but basically, like looking right there, all I have to do is spam the steal button, pass the ball up, get an easy dunk. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot of mastery, and I think that's going to be the main difference between the gameplay for NBA Live Mobile and 2K Mobile. You're going to have to learn how different players play, how different positions play, what the stats mean, and everything like that. You can pretty much just run at the basket and dunk the ball with anybody in NBA Live Mobile. And like I said, these are really high-rated players, so you're not always going to play like this if you're playing with bronzes and silvers, which is the equivalent of what I'm playing with in... Oh, buzzer beater. So absolutely. Good night. The fact that I can come back to NBA Live Mobile, like this is my first actual gameplay, and that had to be season mode. There's no way that wasn't season mode. Okay, it was season mode, so we're going to save and exit from that. Still. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. So another thing we want to look at is how you get cards. There are more ways to get cards in NBA Live Mobile, so I do like this. I've talked to the developers, and they are planning on adding more game modes, adding live events, different things like that to NBA 2K Mobile. So you can't completely compare it, but one thing I do wish they had in NBA 2K Mobile was an auction system. This is part of what drew me to NBA Live Mobile. Now, the thing is, it's also something that pushed me away from it because they pretty much ruined the auction system. Like, it's no longer a free auction. You can only buy based off what the bots in the game will let you buy, but I do like your ability to go in. You can acquire currency through whatever it is you're doing in-game, and then based off however you sell the players or whatever it is, you can buy these better players once you've got enough coins to do it. I wonder if there are any 98s that you can... Oh, there's 90... Oh, yeah, okay, no. That's a beautiful card. That's pretty okay. I seeing that card like kind of makes me want to play the game, but then also I remember how much of a money grab it is and how monotonous the gameplay it is, and I'm like, okay, I can live without it, but oh my gosh, that's a beautiful card. That's pretty. Oh my gosh, so many 98s and 99s in the game. I didn't even realize how many they had thrown in here. That does tempt me to come back a little bit. I like low-key just want to grind Showdown. Once again, more game modes in NBA Live Mobile because it has been around longer. So right now, I would say probably you're going to have more fun playing NBA Live Mobile. You're probably going to get more frustrated too because you're going to have more barriers to entry, something I noticed today. Actually, we'll go take a look at live events first because that explains it better. But if you go up here, you've got the Premium Showdown Division Rewards. Purchase the Premium Division Pack in the store in order to unlock this event and earn bonus rewards. Go into the store. $30. And I saw that and I was like, okay, I don't miss NBA Live Mobile anymore. So obviously, in reference to pricing, it does seem like NBA Live Mobile is a lot more of a money grab. You take a look in here, you got money. You can get it with in-game currency, so that's actually pretty nice. You know what? I'm not going to use these. I'm going to see... Wait, can I only get tokens? I don't think you can even get players from this yet. All you can get is tokens. And I've reached my limit, so you can only buy it one time as well. You do get a bonus pack. That's nice. You get bonus packs in 2K Mobile as well, so they've got that on both sides. I just got a free... What? Somebody in the comments, let me know whether or not that's normal. I just got a free elite. I've not seen that in NBA Live Mobile in a long time. I believe that was an 84. Was it this Marcus Smart? No. That's an old card. I could have swore it was an 84. Maybe it was an 81. I'm confused at what just happened. Who is the player? Was it this Al Horford? I think that was it. Okay, it's an 80 overall. So it's probably not worth that much, but that just took me by surprise. So, more extensive store in NBA Live Mobile. Once again, been around longer, makes sense. Outside of pretty much, you got the rookie pack, pro pack. You can't buy packs that actually give you players unless you actually spend cash in the game. Unless you want to go to the players packs. And even with these, it's not worth it at all. It looks like they actually removed the lineup packs, which is interesting. Those are the only packs you can get, and you're not going to get any players that you use past like the very, very beginning of the game. So these are not really worth it. So if you look at the store for 2K Mobile, you can buy pretty much all the packs with the in-game currency, but that being said, it's pretty tough to get the in-game currency. You can get it mainly from daily objectives. Actually, no, you can't get it from... Where did I get it? You get it from daily login. I know that for sure. So obviously, log in every day, you get stuff in the game. But there's not a whole lot of other ways that you can get it. I think you might get it from... Ooh. Oh, that's my finals reward. Okay, so I got to play all the way through the season in order to get that. It doesn't really spell out a whole lot of easy ways that you can get currency in-game. So you are probably going to be forced to spend some money if you want to get one of those. But also, you can get the players from grinding. So obviously in NBA Live Mobile, you can get pretty much all the players from grinding. Both of them go a little bit both ways. And one thing I talked about before was the energy system. So you don't have energy that'll last you quite as long in 2K Mobile. And it also takes a lot longer to recharge. Now that's partially because you use like 1 energy as opposed to using 10 energy. So you use 10 energy in NBA Live Mobile. It's the equivalent of using 1. So it takes like 10 minutes to recharge 10 energy. It takes like 15 minutes to recharge 1 energy. It's a little bit of a different system. It's not really that much more unbalanced. Although I am hoping, I don't think they actually have a level system. So maybe they can add one that would enable you to be able to have more energy the higher level you go. That way you do kind of get rewarded for grinding. But it goes a little bit both ways. And then lastly, we are going to take a look at the card art. Relatively basic card art for 2K Mobile. That's kind of what you would expect for a game that's in its very beginning stages. Laid out relatively similar to NBA Live Mobile as well. So even for the higher tier cards, basically all the backgrounds are the same. Essentially, that's what it was for NBA Live Mobile as well. And I think most of the cards actually just had like a generic background, like from the picture. They didn't even edit it out. So there's no cards in the game right now that I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. That's the way games usually are at their very beginnings, and I'm sure they'll get better as they go on. This LeBron card does look pretty dope with some of the different overlays and the different animations that you've got just within the card. I would say right now, obviously, NBA Live Mobile's got better card art just because they've been around longer. The game's been around longer. They've got all these different promos, so they've got different card art for different promos. Obviously, the cards with the best card art are going to be like the 98s, the 99s. So these all look pretty dope, nice. Different overlays, different colorings, different things like that. Because they've got promos. NBA 2K Mobile has not had promos yet. So it is tough to compare the two, but if you look at the most basic things, the graphics and the gameplay, I would definitely give the advantage to 2K Mobile. If you look at the content in the game right now, I'd give the advantage to NBA Live Mobile. It's tough to see how they're going to price things long-term in 2K Mobile just because they don't have any programs, so it's tough to gauge that. I do like the system of how you get cards better in NBA Live Mobile because I do like the auction house system. Even though it is completely regulated right now, I still like the current system better than the one that they've got in 2K Mobile. And then in regards to the card art, right now I give the advantage to 2K Mobile, but if we go back to what it was at the beginning of the season, if we just look at like the 80 overalls, they don't even have it edited out. It's like a completely generic background. So if we take a look at the very beginning Elite cards as compared to the current Elite cards in 2K Mobile, I would give them the advantage. I think they look better, so we'll have to wait. I do like that the card art is animated for all of them as well. The only real animations that you've got in NBA Live Mobile is maybe like a little glow going around on the outside, so probably that means in the future 2K's card art is going to vastly surpass it, but let me know what you guys think of the two games. Make sure to drop a like down below if you guys want to see more 2K Mobile on the channel. Like I've said before, I'm kind of done with NBA Live Mobile. It just doesn't seem like the developers are really listening to the community, and it seemed like that for a while now, and I don't want to reward that. And I'm enjoying the gameplay for 2K Mobile more as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a like down below if you did, and I'll see you guys next time.